Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to WearTesters Trash Talk. So we're going to be doing things just a little bit differently. Still going to give you guys the same great content. However, they're going to be featured on both of our channels. We're going to alternate videos, so one of them is going to be on Jaren's channel, the other one's going to be on mine. We will let you guys know well in advance because each of our channels will have a trailer highlighting the fact that you can go and see whatever video it might be on the other person's channel. We're doing that just because it's fair. He does most of the editing. I do most of the talking, and you know what I mean?
And most of the swearing.
I do all the swearing.
Which makes more editing for me. Correct. But it's all good.
So that's how everything's going to work. We hope that you enjoy. So with that being said, we're just go ahead and get right into it.
So the new trend of this new generation is binge watching, and Netflix has gifted us a whole new set of episodes. There's a lot, actually. I think there's 13.
There's like 13 episodes.
Yeah, usually there's 10. But what we're talking about is Marvel's Jessica Jones just hit Netflix. We have both watched the same amount of episodes, and we're going to talk about it. Chris, did you read the Jessica Jones comic?
The comic books? Not so much.
I think most people didn't.
Well, I knew of them. It's just,
right.
It's just that the way that her comics were presented were called Alias.
Yep.
Like her private eye company name. And traditional comic book nerds, like, we don't read that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we need to have like an actual, like, the Defenders, which she's in, or the Avengers and things like that. Yeah, we read that. When I heard that they were doing a Jessica Jones show, I thought it was interesting just because she's not like a classic character.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when people were like tripping out about Iron Man being like, oh, like he's like a B-list hero or whatever.
Right.
Like, she's like a D-lister. Like, she's like not even...
sure.
Yeah, she's not even on the radar. So it's like when they said that they were doing Jessica Jones, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be really, really interesting to see how this works.
Like you said, like, Jessica Jones isn't the traditional comic book, and a lot of comic book readers didn't really connect with the book. I think the same could be said for this show. Like, it's not a traditional...
I was just about to say...
like, superhero show. Like Daredevil was kind of, you know, he had the origins, and he was going through his things.
Daredevil was super action-packed from start to finish.
Yeah.
This, I didn't really get into it until the
end of the first episode.
No, the end of the second episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
the end of the first episode, I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to keep watching it because the first episode was so slow.
Yeah.
And then the second episode started to pick up, and they started referencing more into the backstory of what happened to her, the Purple Man scenario.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that, it left you off on a cliffhanger where you're like, okay.
Wait, the second one, the elevator was the cliffhanger?
That was at the end of the first episode.
Okay. Because
where the girl killed her parents.
Yeah, I thought...
Spoiler.
I thought that the first episode cliffhanger, I was like, whoa, and I wanted to watch the second, but was the second.
Yeah, because I saw that coming at the end of it.
Okay, I didn't see it coming.
As soon as the two of them, the parents, got into the elevator with their daughter, and as soon as that shit started, it's like, why are you focusing on this?
Yeah, no, I thought something was coming up, but I didn't know she was gonna like pop them.
No, I was just like, yo, something bad's gonna happen.
I knew something bad was gonna. I didn't know she was gonna like pop them, but
it was crazy.
So yeah, like we're saying, I mean, don't go into this expecting like a bunch of action and seeing her powers and crap.
It is a rated R.
Oh yeah,
version
rated R
of a TV girly crime drama, but without girly as in being like gushy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The women are definitely the main characters.
Yeah, it's more raunchy, like women power, like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if this was a reverse role, nobody would ever question anything.
Yeah.
But because it's women, if they portrayed this type of woman on TV, everybody'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" So
yeah, I think that they kind of, to that point, they kind of like force it on you because like she drinks a lot of alcohol.
I think that she's badass, personally.
Yeah, no, she's badass, but I think just because you drink
I wish that they had a hotter actress. One reason why it was so hard for me to get into the first episode is because I'm totally not into this chick. I didn't like her in anything she's ever done. Not that I didn't like her acting, I just visually she's not for me, and so I was just like, oh, like I can't buy that she's like this hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I don't even think they're trying to like force like she's a hot chick.
No,
you know,
not
like
like that.
Luke Cage is into her. But by the way, like the fact that I was not expecting Luke Cage to like show up.
Oh, really?
And then all of a sudden he like showed up.
The books are cool and everything, but the way that they're introducing the two of them together in this series, I think is more interesting than they did in the books.
I mean, the fight scene in the bar was pretty cool.
Okay, so that's where I start to get like nitpicky on the show, where Daredevil's action scenes were in your face, right?
Yeah.
Really well choreographed. There was some really dope shit in there. This feels like me and you could have edited this movie.
Well, yeah, that's the point we were talking about.
TV.
That's the point we were talking about earlier, where it's like, I mean, I don't even think they're trying to like make it an action like show.
No, but there's like certain things when she uses her powers, and then they cut away real quick right before the actual use.
Yeah, no, it's not very good.
No, and so those are things where it's just like I've used those tricks in my videos.
Yeah,
and I mean,
yeah,
like those are like basic things. So it's like if it wasn't for the story being compelling, with you want to keep knowing what's going on with her, like that's where I would have lost interest. So if you watch the first episode and you're kind of like, yo, this is really like dull. The second episode it picks up. The third episode is when I was like, okay, I'm going straight into the fourth.
Yeah.
And then I had to force myself to turn it off because it was like 3 a.m.
Let me ask you this last thing. So we're around the fourth episode. We didn't really see too much of the villain. His name's Kilgrave. But we did see...
The Purple Man.
Yeah, we did see, a fair amount of him. Him versus Wilson Fisk. Not like if they were to fight, but I'm just saying as a TV show villain, what do you enjoy more?
Trust me when I say this without... because I really love the movies and everything, but out of all Marvel properties, film properties, both on TV and in the big screen or on the big screen, this is the best villain we've had besides Loki. I think.
What about Red Skull, dude? I love Red Skull.
No, I think the Red Skull was really cool, but they like made him disappear. And
yeah, so, but he was cool in that one.
Yeah, but he wasn't as cool as like the dynamic between him and Cap in the books is so awesome.
Yeah, I know. That's an opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. So like for what that's what this is. That's what this is a real big like she fucking hates this dude.
Yeah.
And he lusts over her like a motherfucker. Like he's like psychotic. Like it's crazy the relationship. And that's what the relationship dynamics is between Cap and Red Skull, where Red Skull's he wants what Cap has.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the Purple Man comes in, where he wants to use this chick and her powers to get his stuff. So it's such a weird thing, but they killed it with this one. If this is how they did Captain America, like that would have been sick.
Yeah, I think that, to me, I like the Daredevil one, and I don't know if you're going to hate me for saying this, but I felt like people were saying it was a lot better than it actually was.
There was times when it was campy and it felt forced.
There's a lot of things that went wrong for me in it. Number one, Foggy was really annoying. I didn't like him.
You warm up to him.
Whatever.
He's kind of like that weird guy
you warm up to him like you do for an ugly dog. You're like, well, the dog can't do anything about it.
True. I totally agree with that.
Second, I thought Wilson Fisk was like just like okay, like wasted opportunity. I wasn't really threatened by him. And I know he has this interesting dynamic where he's this big dude, but like he's like this evil teddy bear type thing, right?
That's the one thing that I didn't like about Kingpin's character in Daredevil was he was like an evil baby Huey. I didn't like that.
I didn't like it, and
he's supposed to be menacing, not crying,
and the performance that translated into was just like kind of weird to watch. I just didn't like it.
It was awkward.
Yeah, so I think the Daredevil, for lack of better words, is a little overrated, but this one is different, and the villain does some freaky shit. There you go, a rare swear word. But
I'll pull more out of him.
But he does some like sadistic stuff where he's like smile for like 72 hours and they're just
pee in the closet.
Pee in the closet, jump up and down for like days. It's just like that's just like scary to think of.
That's the thing, is that this is the best villain.
Yeah.
Where when you're thinking of a villain, that's
he's
it.
He's pretty raw.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm like this is Loki jokes around. And that's his job. That's his task. He's what is it? The god of mischief, right? This guy is that, but with like purely sadistic intentions. Not with like self-amusement, but with straight up like, this is just going to be interesting to watch. And it's so creepy, dude. Like, it's crazy. If we compare great villains, you have, say, Jack Nicholson Joker versus Heath Ledger Joker. If you were to meet them in person, one would be kind of like, you don't know if he's playing or not. The other one would make you shit yourself.
Yes.
That's the difference between Loki and Kilgrave, or the Purple Man. Whereas Loki, you're kind of like, yo, I kind of like this guy sometimes. He's an ass, but he's likable. This other dude, I think he wants to kill me, and I think I'm going to go hide in the closet.
I don't think he's gonna kill you. I think he's gonna like make you like burn all your sneakers. Like he's just like, what hurts you the most without actually physically hurting you?
Yeah.
Okay, just like burn all of your sneakers. You're done. And yeah, I mean, he's just
it's crazy.
Sneakerhead's worst nightmare.
The after effects of his mental powers on people, like the cop, is really cool to see.
Yeah,
I think it's dope.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying where Jessica Jones is going. I'm excited. I'm not mad that there's a lot of episodes and they're like legit 55 minutes.
But if you are expecting a straight up superhero thing,
no,
you're going to be a little disappointed.
Yeah.
It's more detective-y.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more like the Nolan version of like a Marvel property.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good comparison.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
definitely.
it's a very realistic, gritty take.
I give Jessica Jones a solid 8 Jumpmans out of 10. What about you?
I would just give it like 3 out of 5 stars for right now, but I'm only on the 4th episode.
Yeah, it's early.
So by the end of the series, who knows? But right now, 3 out of 5.
We'll definitely talk about it when we finish it and we finally get the final word. But so far, Jessica Jones, nice.
It's pretty solid.
Nice.
Just don't go in there with power intention. Like, you're not going to see Captain America.
Michael Bay would fall asleep if he watched this for 20 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind.